Hello, and welcome to the final river match from week one. A little bit later than expected, but it's all okay. Um, Comes from all of the changes to the schedule. Partly my fault, partly everything else going on. But that's okay. We've got League of Pogmore versus Tub Girl for you today. Should be an extremely fun match. And with me, I've got Sandarius and Peter. You guys want to say hi?
Hello, hello.
Peter doesn't want to say hi. Okay.
You're just ignoring us.
Just ignoring us. But yeah, it should be a very interesting game today. I'm sure everyone has a lot to say about the two teams. What do you guys think of these two teams? Peter, you are on mute if you didn't realize. Well, Sandarius, tell me about these two teams.
Yeah, there are two teams that are like positioned well. I think Top Girl is one of the favorites to like win the league, but you never know what's happening. League of Pokemon is the underdog, definitely here. I hope they pick up the Pokemon and like just carry with it, but you never know what's going on.
Yeah, I'd be really disappointed to not see at least one Pog more off of them. And I feel like everyone's got to spam Pog as if the Pog more takes off. Um, Sandarius needs turning up slightly. Okay, give me a second. I can definitely fix that. Try speaking a little bit now, Sanders, and we'll see what they hear.
Hello, 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 hello. Can they hear me?
Might be a bit louder.
Okay.
There you go. I turned you up for like 30% and I was like, oh, wait a second. No, it's really loud.
Hmm.
Okay, hopefully that's all good now. I just posted spec without the link because I'm
Yeah.
dumb. Um, but there we go. Um, so yeah, obviously Top Girl are a storied team in the league. Used to be Girl, now they're in a tub. What more is there to say? League of Pokemon are an entirely new team coming in, so it'll be definitely interesting to see how they perform. Just telling the teams
Yeah.
that they can start it up whenever they're ready, um, because we can swap straight over and have a look when they are ready. So this should definitely be a very interesting match. League of Pokemon, if they take games here, extremely good for them. They're not looking, we do go into draft, they're not looking probably to sort of win the league. I think that's quite unexpected. They're
Ooh,
definitely the
good card.
underdogs fighting to win the league if they would be. Whereas Top Girl, they definitely could if they wanted to. But I think we've got to wait to see how it goes.
Yeah, expected an Nautilus ban there. There are a lot of Nautilus players into the League of Pokemon.
Yeah, they have 3 support mains, so not too surprising.
Are they
Yep.
going to ban the Pokemon? That's the
Meanwhile,
question.
we say a couple of jungle bans coming out from League of Pokemon. Of course, the jungler here for Girl, very good, being imported into the team to fit along the rest of them. And meanwhile, supports continue to be banned out, as well as that Cho'Gath, which can be a very annoying champion. Interestingly, they do blind pick the Ash.
Yeah,
Realistic.
it is the best champion for the ADC. and it's a good lane bully. Doesn't really get countered in lane by any champion, so it's not too bad.
Not too bad, and we see the Urgot picked up in return. Urgot, a very strong champion, um, very good in the very good in the current meta actually. Provides a lot of strength on that top side of the map, and a very quick pickup of the MF afterwards. The instant answer of the Wukong, Wukong into Urgot. I'm not too sure about the matchup. Of course, Wukong does stack a lot of armor, but Urgot does have his shotgun knees, and shotgun knees can be very hard to handle. That could be quite a volatile lane. I think if the Wukong gets ahead, it becomes extremely hard for the Urgot to play, so I'll be interested to see if League of Pokemon actually focus a lot towards that top side of the map.
Yeah, I'm interested in to see the Wukong build because you can go many items. I think the Triforce is the best one at the moment because it's just kind of broken after the changes on most bruisers, but we'll see what it goes for.
Yep, hopefully they'll lock in soon.
There's Seraphine.
Seraphine. Yes, yes.
Yep,
Ooh,
Seraphine,
Need
extremely
pick.
strong champion, just gives you ridiculous teamfight potential. This is a very strong teamfight League of Pokemon are setting up here. It is countered with the Jax now. Jax
It is a
jungle,
split
guys,
push,
or
right?
Urgot jungle? What do you think? Or do you think that might be an Urgot mid lane?
It can also be Jack support. Just you never know.
You
Could be
never know.
nice to see
Maybe
that.
Troll Zoe's been practicing the Jax support. Not that I have seen. But you never know. Maybe that is coming in for Troll Zoe. No, it's most likely you'd be expecting it to be the Jax jungle here. We see more heavy bans towards the supports. Of course, League of Pokeball probably have already picked up their support. Could be the Seraphine mid lane, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Seraphine can also quite easily be played in mid lane. Not as good in top, but I would imagine you could also play it top if you get a good matchup for it. Annie just as a
Yeah,
very safe mid laner being banned out there as well.
and I do think the Enchantress has been become better mid lane now because of the Moonstone changes. Since you get more healing the more items you have, so and you don't get that many items as a support compared to a solo laner.
Yep, the
Morgana.
Morgana instant lockup, one of Trozoe's favourite champions. Interesting that it wasn't banned out. Anyone that knows about Trozoe playing in the league tends to lock in the Morgana game 1, and I believe the first few seasons would lock in Morgana game 1, win game 1, and then Morgana would be banned out in the second game. So that does make it through the ban phase and does end up getting picked up by the side of Girl. It's countered by the Galio, strong supportive anti-magic damage mid laner. Vi also locked in, not the very strongest jungler, but if you're comfortable on it, always good to pick up the instant counter of the Pantheon.
Yeah, that's a good pick, the Pantheon, because Galio will roam and Pantheon can follow up. He's also AD, so he can win the lane as well. I think it's a good pick to pick the Pantheon mid.
This
So-
could also be the Morgana jungle, if we do like the Jack support there, but we will have to see.
More likely, if it's the Morgana jungle, you put Jax or Urgot mid and Pantheon support, because Pantheon is a fairly traditional support. That is how that comp would work. It is quite heavily AD favoured, but there's no big AD anti-tanks, apart from the Wukong on the side of League of Pokemon. So they have pivoted into that Wukong a little bit. Of course, it's not too bad because Morgana will bring a fair amount of AP. She's not the highest AP damage dealer, but there's also that Jax who will deal some mixed damage. We are going through the lock-ins, picks and ban phase right now in the client, so after that's done and after we've had our spectator timer, we will be getting into game. But what I do want to ask, I think it's quite obvious how the two teams want to play Girl have far more of this kind of split push 1-3-1 team. League of Pokemon do want to go towards those team fights, maybe want to do a 1-4 with the Galio able to
Wait.
easily join the side.
Is that Seraphine top?
Ooh.
No, they're just not in the right order.
Oh, I was like thinking already.
Well,
What?
I'm fairly sure they're just not in the right order. I think True Duck will be going support. I don't know True Duck
Yeah.
to play anything but support, and
They are
Leona
talking
was
about it.
banned, so
Yeah,
Completely
I
fit.
think it would make more sense to put Galio support and Seraphine mid here, but I guess they're just more comfortable on the champions.
I'm not so sure about that. If it's a Pantheon mid and you try and put Seraphine into it, that Seraphine is going to get her absolute ass handed to her. I think you just want to put Seraphine in whichever lane Pantheon's not in right now, because um, that lane becomes a kill lane level 1 if it's bot lane, and level 2 onwards if it's mid lane. Like for sure the Seraphine just dies in one hit, and she can basically just never lane into it. She would need heavy jungle support to be able to do anything.
We also know that the Ignite Preston is going to play Jax.
Yeah.
What's your thinking about that, Gambit?
So what we can see at the client right now is Girl are locking in the champions in the exact same order that they locked it in in picks and bans, and they are in the correct order. So we're looking at the potentially the Urgot top, the Misfortune jungle, and the Jax mid. Not what you'd really expect, but you know what? That does suggest we might have a Morgana Pantheon bot lane, which sounds absolutely disgusting.
But they got the Galio.
Yeah,
Maybe
especially
do
against
something.
Seraphine and Nash, both really mobile champions. Should be punishable by Morgana and Pantheon in the early game.
I have put the prediction up for if people want to put in their votes in the chat. Who's going to win? Who are you putting that vote in for? Of course, we all know about Girl. Won Season 1, they've been fairly strong ever since. I think they've pretty much always been second place in River from that point onwards, or second, or like closer to the top of the whole league. They tend to do quite well. Oh, we got League of Pogmore, the relative newcomers, the underdogs, the dark horses to win, and they definitely have a much stronger team comp. I think we
You
have
never
to
know.
say. The girls' team comp pretty much relies on them getting ahead in all of their lanes, which is definitely possible to do. But if they fall behind, that team just will fall apart because it'll get forced into team fights or completely lose. Don't spoil it, Clay. Jeez, don't spoil. Why would you do this?
I think girls' game plan should be to stack early dragons, get Jax ahead, and just try and get him into a side lane. So League of Pogmore can't really force anything on the dragon. Can't force them into team fight. So they need to get early dragons. Preferably not get an early ally dragon as well, since then they're forced to team fight as well with a pretty bad team fight comp.
I'm still waiting for the MF. If can MF even get close to, like, if they are behind to get the dragon? Will he get behind? I'm very curious about the MF. Will he also be AP or tank? You never know it at the moment.
Dang. Yeah, I mean, will MF even take Smite? Who knows? I think.
Or will he ever get
I don't know
taken?
what girls' plan is with their fun.
I'm just gonna guess. Maybe MF is just gonna gank full time. It's possible. Just press an E. AP Misfortune. It sounds really good to me.
Yep.
Just could gank set them from the bot lane. So that could be a pressure point.
Of course, I'll point out one thing we haven't considered about the team comp coming out from League of Pogmore. They do technically have a lot of flex champions here. It's not even necessarily Seraphine or Galio support. Wukong can also be played support. And you can, it's not great, you can put Galio or Seraphine top and the other one mid. You could also put Vi top, put Wukong into the jungle, have a Galio mid Seraphine support. The only one you're fairly sure of where they're actually going would be this Ashe. I don't know of Ashe being played in any other lane apart from AD carry or support.
I have seen Ashe jungle before. The ganks from the jungle. Yeah. I've played with one that actually won the game, so I consider that working.
I mean, I've also won a game on Fiora jungle, so
Yeah.
And in the game I didn't win, I got a Penta, so clearly it's something good.
Yeah, broken champion.
Broken champion. But yeah, we are still waiting for spectator delay. We've got about 30 seconds to go into the game, then everything will be let known for us. Currently, there are slightly more votes into the side of Girl than there are for League of Pogmore. So get those votes in. Let's see who will win this high stakes game in the River League. Who will get themselves off to a good start. So far, we've just had 2 wins, no draws in this River League. So it'd be nice if we could see a draw.
Yeah, it will
Yeah,
definitely be.
Yeah,
Pearl are
definitely.
known for their draws, to be fair.
Yeah.
From last
Girls
season.
do like
Yeah.
their draws. But here we go. We will start to load in towards this game. Uh, and
Oh gosh, that summoners.
it definitely does look like it is the solo lane Wukong and Galio and the Seraphine support from the summoners. Meanwhile, when we look to the side of Girl, it will be that Misfortune jungle. That's the only one we can really be sure of, since the rest of the summoners are, well, a bit all over the place, to be honest. On the entire
What?
side of Girl, we see 0 flashes. We have 2 heals. 4 ignites, in fact. Ignite is OP.
Yeah,
Preston, really. Obviously, Preston's got the rest of his team on side right now. And they should all
yeah,
take
except
Ignite
the jungler.
in every situation. Apart from the jungler, of course, but you do need some sort of movement summoner to help you out, so he has the heal, which does provide a bit of move speed for the
Yeah,
MF. To what extent are they doing ultimate bravery? Well, let me show you as we get into this game.
I do like the aftershock on Jax though, since he will be a little bit more tanky in the team fights. So I think it's a good pickup.
Yeah, the aftershock on Jax will definitely help, and you do see Troll Zoe, of course, is still a support, does have that Guardian on the Pantheon to help
Yeah.
keep them alive. Um, to what extent are they are they doing the ultimate bravery? From what I can guess, their jungler will take smite, and everything else is up for grabs. From the looks of things.
Mm,
So it'll be very interesting to see. Oh, of course, I do have to move all of these champions into their correct positions. I'm going to assume for now that's a Wukong top, and we can swap it around if that's wrong. The rest of the champions.
So
Yeah.
E start on Pantheon here, which is interesting.
E-start on Pantheon, it looks like they are doing ultimate bravery to the point where they're
Yeah.
even taking maxing something. Um, Yeah, the heal will definitely help him with kiting those jungle camps, and he has that area as well to help out more often on the ganking, and for when he heals, to get that extra shield from the airy. Definitely genius, and I think we can have a lot of fun here talking through talking through these various choices. So I want
Yeah.
want you guys to tell me about the heal, ignite, hail of blades, Urgot in this top lane. Is this the is this the tech that you take to beat Wukong as Urgot?
Hmm. Well, Ignite is good in lane. That's the first one. And Hail of Blades is good in lane. And Heal is also pretty good in lane. So my conclusion is he wants to win the lane.
I think that's very fair to see. We can even see he has those minion dematerializers to help him control that lane. So definitely playing entirely for the
Yeah.
lane here. Is O'Neil.
Uh-oh, MF is losing a lot of HP. Is he surviving there?
I
Early.
think definitely
She
something
does have the
interesting
heal.
to check in on. Does have the heal if
Oh,
needed.
he's already low. No
No, no,
execute.
no. She has it.
We'll pick it up.
Let's see if she juggles with her passive on the wolves. That would be interesting. No. Ah, yeah, she knows it.
Bit mid lane.
Nice.
There's an engage in bot lane though, and
Oh.
Oh.
oh my god, Girl going forwards there. The ignite
Oh.
is thrown down. The bind came in, and they did pick that up. And that is the power of the Pantheon support. Doesn't matter if your runes are somewhat interesting. There was a little bit of a
Yeah, and
disconnect
the
though.
power of the double ignite.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
it's
little bit
the
of a disconnect. Both of them ignite. So whoever ignited second, I guess, picked up that kill.
I think it actually was an auto from Morgana.
Oh
but I'm
no,
not
yeah, it
sure.
was the Morgana auto, I think.
Hmm.
See, Morgana actually did have to back after clearing half of her jungle. not Morgana, MF, has to back after clearing half of her jungle, picks up the longsword, and also swaps out that trinket. Not actually
Oh, a
having
fight on
placed it.
mid lane.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a close fight coming up. The ignite
Ignite
there,
is thrown down by Preston. That's a lot of damage going
but
down. Deep Water Dagger, I think,
it's
will be able to walk
not
out of that
enough.
one. Yep.
9 HP.
Oh, that was close.
See small trades coming
Yeah.
out in this bottom lane. Overall, it's about 600 gold lead to Girl right now. A lot of that comes out of that first blood, 400 from the first blood, and quite a lot from the assist. And some slight gold leads in mid and top.
We set 250 gold in a jungle already from the Vi, and she will also get double Scuttle Crab here.
You would hope so.
But meanwhile,
Jump
on
back
bot
in.
lane, there's a fight again. It's like the poking is definitely going to like Girl being stronger
Oh,
there.
O'Neal does the flip in top lane onto the
But the gank.
invisible Wukong. That Hail of Blades is, I mean, I'm not really sure if it does anything with the Urgot W, to be honest.
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh,
And the
Yeah,
gank
it
mid
did.
lane.
There's Pantheon is going
But
to
also
die here.
bot lane, Troll Zoe's incredibly
Oh
low
my
right
God.
here, 150 health less than.
Oh, but he's
But
escaping
some damage
just
is
barely.
being thrown down in that bot lane. No kills come out in the end.
A lot of fights in the early phase, but on mid lane there's meanwhile getting
It's
a
the
cut of
return
flash.
gank.
But no flash on enemy team.
Deep water dagger. It's a lot of fighting here. Is this what we expect it to be? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fighting is good for Girl. It's not good for League of Pugmos because
Oh,
they
but
just
the
want to
Top
flip
lane
kill.
onto the
another fight.
Wukong.
And the ignite is
Ignite's
there.
thrown down.
A kill.
League of Pokemon
The-
haven't quite worked out the win condition of their own comp or girl.
Mid
They're
lane.
taking some
Oh.
heavy trades and Deep Water is
Oh.
incredibly low. Should back here.
Did you get
It would
Pantheon?
take Preston just a Q. Oh my god,
No,
the
he's
spear
missing.
is not quite enough. Yeah, Deep Water Dagger just needs to back here, take the loss, take the back.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but Trollzoe's been found
No.
out by Shmugu. Going in, will back off after Preston comes to support. Butt Swap is on the way up though. Zeros is going in for the fight onto O'Neal, but O'Neal will just jump out.
It's an interesting game to see. We got like a lot of fighting, and yeah, how's the farm going? It's like decent, but slightly in the favor of Girl at the moment.
Oh no. Wukong had a freeze on Urgot, but he's pushing it now.
Okay, well, directed camera didn't want to show us that going wrong, so has not quite shown us that. Yeah, Gil are currently up over just over 1,000 gold, so doing quite well despite their comp. This is what they really need to win. They maybe have a slight mental edge over League of Pokemon right now. This is of course the first game Girl have played, so probably haven't quite realized what's going on yet. It just looks very strange. So we do have the Moby boots on Urgot.
Yeah, I really like it because he gets the early lead in top lane, and now he's gonna roam.
Yeah, but now he's gonna die.
Oh, but the engage.
Oh, no.
Turning up there.
And they
And
go
he's
in.
down.
Shmugu does take it. Oh, but there's the engage onto the Seraphine again. Like I said, you probably don't want to put the Seraphine in whichever lane Pantheon's in because that does just give them a free kill whenever Pantheon's W is up.
Yeah, lucky Unreal got the Moby boots there. He can just go back to lane really quick and get back to farming.
I like how Preston is adapting his build because he saw their team lacked in AP. He's going for the AP jacks.
Yes, you could see that Morgana had decided to troll the team a little bit there. Zabator deciding to build the AD. So Preston picking up the slack, going, right, I'm our mid laner, I'll bring in this AP for the team.
They're serious. Yeah, this is interesting. And Morgana full AD should be really interesting for the game. And let's see how it comes out.
He is ADC to be fair, so it does make sense.
It can work. Mage with AD is like broken.
So we are moving slightly forwards into the game. I will point out we do also have the Berserker's Greaves first pick up on the Pantheon. Oh, Preston does go in. A little bit of damage traded back and forth. Overall, it's not too bad for the side of Pogba right now. They do definitely have the better team comp going towards this later game, just from the summoner advantage, and as long as they don't fall too far behind. But
I
they
just
do have to
realized.
reach that.
I just realized that MF got a small lead on farm at the moment. On the Vi, that's kind of interesting for the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
True Duck walking quite far forwards there. The Ghost was popped on Pantheon. O'Neal will have to use those Moby Boots to escape. And there we go, he's just too fast on the crab. Ultra Zoe does go in. The Flash and a Cleanser both used. O'Neal jumping over the wall, giving up his own life here. Doesn't even get their Herald as it resets slightly. And that will be some gold back into the pockets of LPM. Root does go down
This is
onto
getting
Ash.
really good for
They're
Lady
jumping
Pogba.
under the tower. Ignite is thrown down, but that surely will not be quite enough damage. Oh, the Tormented Ground. Again, not quite enough. The execute damage on it does not manage to pick up the Ash. Truelock 98 has to be very careful here because it's very diveable, just as the Seraphine pre-6.
Rift out going to top. It's
If she
definitely
can get 6
keeping
here,
it quick.
that's definitely slightly better. Rift Herald dropped quite early on top. Dropped early enough they won't be able to pick up this first tower, most likely. Oh, but O'Neal's going in for it. He flips the Wukong. Will back up
Shouldn't do anything.
off in the end, but he turns around slightly. And that's the engage coming out from the Vi. Seaway's also jumping in there. Flash forwards. Not quite enough damage. Has to jump in and will be able to walk out of that tower. That's why the camera has decided you don't need to see them walking out of the tower. And O'Neal just being bullied here for that early purchase of the Moby Boots on the Urgot. He has picked up an Amp Tome as well. Urgot, I believe, has 0 AP scalings. Maybe someone can confirm that.
I'm not entirely sure.
You never know.
So I think he has 0 AP scaling. So this is what you call the pro
No,
gamer
but
move, where you try
He's
and
going
tilt
for
your
the
opponents.
spell vamp. I can't remember what it's called. Omnivamp.
Yeah.
So we will get a lot of healing here.
It will get some healing, but this is truly the ultimate flex, going for an item that will give you literally nothing apart from some stats when they click and look at your stats.
Yeah. Now, the Gale Force has been completed on Morgana, so she will be able to do some flex plays with it.
And of course,
Maybe
this
Gale Force Q.
actually a genius move, considering you don't have the flash on the Morgana. You need a way to be able to keep up with your enemies. You don't want to have to use that black shield on yourself. So building the Gale Force gives her an extra dash here. Oh, Seaway's going in mid.
Oh,
There's the
that's the combo.
engage from the Galio coming down. 314 gold. Very interesting amount to pick up there. I think a custom minion must have died from the auto attack as well.
Probably.
Because it was the Galio passive auto attack. Can I lower the volume on Peter? It's a little bit high. There you go, Peter. People don't want to hear you. I'll turn you down just a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that's fine. People can tell me if it's not. Not okay.
O'Neal's getting called there as well,
But
and
they're
he's
just
dying
bullying
again.
this poor Urgot.
Yeah, poor crab.
This is why you don't go Moby Boots.
Yeah, this is the real reason why not.
See, O'Neal here, just wanting to prove my
Another
point.
fight.
Oh, they're engaging onto Troll Zoe.
Oh, that
Ghost
flash.
is channeled. Walking away will get out of that taunt. Taco Tim here, though. Moving a bit too far forwards. I'll have to try and control the camera. I was not holding onto it. Deep Water Dagger and Seaway's a little bit out of
There's another
position.
fight. It's not
But
stopping
there's
there.
the double stun into the MF ultimate. They're trying to do what they can, but Girl is just taking so much damage. Deepwater will go down in the end, but Buzzpop is just free hitting over the wall. Not quite enough damage just yet on that Ash to pick up any kills, as we can see.
It will be interesting. The Drake fight, it's not over yet. They are literally fighting for the Drake. 5
Oh,
men.
the Pantheon ult is coming in. He
Oh,
does engage into the backline, but he's all on his own. Easily picked up there by the Seraphine. But Gurla turning this back around. Ash is focusing down the MF. That is lethality MF. So much damage coming out. Preston will try and turn back, pick that one up. And the ultimate from O'Neal showing you can put me down, but that ultimate will always pick you up in the end.
But Fi is still there.
But Schmugo is here. They cannot do this dragon right now. We'll try and bully the Urgot a bit more, maybe.
she does have the Eclipse.
There's a lot of damage. Preston is very ballsy to stick around here. One engage from Vi could be a definite kill.
But
Oh,
O'Neal's
but
getting
O'Neal
caught.
was on a ward. Will flip the
And
Vi over, trying to do what he can, but those shotgun knees, not quite enough.
oh, but it's good card for girl.
But here's
Jungler
the
died.
flank from Galio coming out.
And no, not double TP.
I think already picked up, but jungler down for the side of League of Pogmore. That's quite big. That means they do not have the smite for the dragon. Duskblade
Proof
finally.
about that
Morgana
call.
is making a
There's
play
the
there.
engage. The Gale
Oh.
Force into Dark Binding and a flash out from the stun. But there's turning it back around. League of Pokemon. Oh, they pick up one. They pick up the ADC from the side. The jungle ADC from Girl's side. Preston channeling that Counter Strike. Seems to be channeling it off cooldown from what I've been seeing from him. Surprised that he has the mana really to do it. Has the Proto Belt to help him with that extra engage. There we go. Just a little bit of poke.
Interesting.
And
Let's see.
League of Pokemon have managed to just about pull ahead on the gold, and this is not what you want to see if you're a girl fan. Will probably be a struggle for them to win from this position. Seawave's turning back around onto O'Neal, though there's no tanky stats onto O'Neal. But maybe Girl are going to turn it back around onto him. Really nice taunt
Oh,
to
that's
save
dope.
there from the Galio. Will pick up the poor little Urgot. And they may have brought O'Neal into this team, but he seems to be more of a hindrance right now than
Yeah.
a help. Oh, but Zabator
Morgana
was not
getting caught.
expecting the turnaround from the taunt there. MF is channeling her ult over the wall to just turning around. Deep Water Dagger being zoned out will be picked up in the end. Flash forwards from
Splash.
Buzzswap really wants to get this kill.
And now the
But
dragon
I
is free.
think
for
I
Team
heard a
Pokemon.
Seraphine ultimate.
Yeah. I wonder
Not
if that-
quite comfortable on the Seraphine yet. True Duck, I guess, is more of these tank support players. One of these tank support players, I think pretty much the champion pool is Leona, Nautilus, so banned out there. Playing the Seraphine for what might be one of the first times. But you know, it's Seraphine.
Yeah.
Not that hard. And there's the
Should be fine.
smite on the MF coming in clutch to make sure she got that red, blue buff.
Yeah, normally you would say red buff, but you don't expect it that it's MF jungle. It's kinda, yeah.
Oh,
to
but
see that
there's
it's
the
worked
engage,
out.
the unstoppable. The Counter Strike will go down. But Shmugu is just running Preston down. That is just the AP
But
Jax, not too
he's really
tanky
deep.
right now. But here comes the Ghost and the MF. Shmugu flashing over the wall there to try and get out. Channels the punch. Is trying to get away down this river.
Oh,
The ultimate
the
coming out
ult.
from the Pantheon. True Duck is here to support as well as Butt Swap. That's a lot of damage being put out by the Seraphine Vi combination, but True Duck might be caught out here. It's the 2v4. Buzzwop is the only one left alive. Deep Water Dagger is on the way down. That's so much damage. And an absolute disaster for League of Pokemon.
Yeah, they are still even in gold. And I would say if they get to a proper team fight around the dragon, they should win that one. Once Seraphine has ult again. And something I would like to point out is that
Oh, and you'll get a
this
call there?
Galio-
That's so much damage out
Yeah,
from the
that-
Wukong, showing why you cannot disrespect this Wukong pick.
Maybe he should just go the speed boost to just get away there because in a fight he's just getting picked off. So yeah, a lot. And he
13
cannot
to
move.
13. This game is extremely bloody, extremely close. Something that we haven't really talked about yet is this Pantheon build. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but that's a lot of AP being picked up.
Yeah, he has maxed E, and I think it has it might have an 80 scaling, I'm not entirely sure.
The E has an AD scaling, the W and Alt have AP scaling.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, so you should have probably maxed the W here when you go for the AP Pantheon.
Yep. Oh, but there's the engage onto the MF. So much damage by the Wukong as well. This is a very fed
He's
Wukong.
coming from
7
behind.
kills. Not much the poor AD carry can do here. So immobile without the flash. But it looks like Girl really want to fight this. Preston going in. This looks like it'll turn into a whole team fight. Galio using the ultimate to escape. Oh, and that's a nice Seraphine ult going on to 2. They're trying to do what they can right now. One is picked up. Shmugu picked up for the side of Girl. Girl actually turned this fight back around. They are managing to win it. The Wukong really struggling to fight here into the Jax. And
Eduardo with
Girl managed to
execute.
win that fight. Of course, Ashe not there for the fight, so it was essentially the 4v5. And
Yeah,
She
he's
does get a
getting
lot
good
of
split push.
free farm.
gets a lot of free farm. Gold's still incredibly close, only about 500 gold in it.
It seems to be the Everfrost Galio here. I don't think I've seen it, but it might be a new meta build.
Everfrost, everyone's putting Everfrost when it's extremely strong. When you think of a champion like Galio, there's not too much he really wants to build. You do kind of need the mana from a mana item, which means it's sad. There's not really an item you want to go as Galio. You would have loved old Liandry's where you got a bit of health along with everything else. You can maybe
I
get
think,
away with Proto Belt. I think a lot of people do build
yeah,
Proto Belt now.
I think it's the best item to go as Galio. As a Galio player, I will go for the Protobell because you have like the dash to get on 5-man taunt if you hit it right. It's a good item to get a team like separate,
Of course,
close together.
yeah, Everfrost extremely good if you want to go for the more kiting style. But it looks like they want to fight here in the mid lane. I'm not really sure Girl are going to win this one, but they are taking back ground on Shmugu. They do get that, they do get the fear beyond. But Swap though doing what he can. Looks like Trollzoe is really feeling like he can win this one. Ults right into the backline under the tower, takes a tower shot. Shudok doing what he can here. Trollzoe taking so much damage. That's an extra hit. They do trade 1-for-1 in the end. And somehow, girls seem to be winning out on this. I feel like Seawaves he should just be side laning. He's trying to join up with the team with these fights, but he's just a little bit too late. And here we see the classic V5 Death Brush. O'Neal bringing it over to the side of Girl, saying, you know what? I'm a part of your team now. You can use this. We can use this. We can catch someone off guard.
Oh, I
Pick up
see
the
that
kill.
two Protobell though on the side of Girl. They just want to dash in. They got 3 dash items. They can literally just dash
They
in
will
with 3
start up
man.
this dragon. There is a ward in, so Shmugu can go for that potential steal attempt. Should be able to get it with the Viper. No, it's not picked up in the end. Shmugu does use the ultimate to try and lock them down. Galio's in here. They pick up 1. They're going to pick up 2. And they looks like they will pick up this fight. That's 3 down. Taco Tim left to try and walk out. Girl do get the dragon, but they lose the fight. And that's 4 kills over and a gold lead into the hands of League of Pokemon.
It doesn't really even match, and that's kind of interesting. But on the other side, it's fun to watch because it's always better to have an even match than just getting a stomp on the lanes.
Yeah, having one team stomp the other, never the most interesting to watch, even if you are a fan of the team doing the stomping. So definitely nicer to see a more sort of even game. One thing I do want to say is this might not bode amazingly well for League of Pokemon if this if this game is so close going into the second game. If Girl decide to bring out the big guns, we might see more of a stompy game. But League of Pokemon showing that, you know what, you can't disrespect us.
Yeah.
We will put up a fight and we will be able to take it. Seaway's taking away the blue buff there. Enchanter Crisarano goes wide.
The Protobelt saves the Jax there. Good item to go. A lot of dashes. I like it.
And here we do see the 4-1 being set up from League of Pokemon. They are able to identify that that is how their comp should be played. Not really pushing it in too hard. They do have 4 there. They could go for the tower dive. But O'Neal is here to help defend. Very interesting setup coming in here. Seaways gets the double knock-up.
Oh.
There's a massive charm from the Seraphine. Only picks up 1 in the end, but Preston is on the backline along with Trollzoe. Flash out from True Duck to try and keep herself alive. Preston's in, does manage to pick her up, but the team fight is lost. They focus so much onto the Seraphine and they just couldn't kill her. Preston now trying to run away under the tower. Will use the counter-strike. MF Ultimate is big, but doesn't take anyone down in the end. Shmugu, though, is behind enemy lines. Will try and turn it back onto Taco Tim, but gets it picked up in the end, and it is a team fight win. True Duck was picked up somewhere along the line there, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was a good flash from the Preston escaping there from the Vi. It was like literally safe to sell with that. But he's still in
Oh,
danger.
and
I don't
there's
know
the
why he didn't
engage
back off.
onto
Oh,
them, and they will pick up the last two in the end there. The teleport is being channeled that as Zabator coming in. He maybe thinks he can 1v2 this. Does the Black Shield being used? Of course, that makes Spell immune. Enchanted Crystal Owl thrown just about misses. And Botswap will try and channel this
Oh,
back,
the
but he's
Ashton's in
sticking
trouble.
around. Troll Zoe can sniff a free kill here. There's the ghost. There's the proto belt into the jump forwards, and you might cleanse, but you're
oh.
never getting out of that one.
Yeah, the Ardent Sense has been picked up on Jax. That's quite a big power spike. I'm not sure how he can proc it, but if he can proc it on himself, he will get some attack speed.
What runes does he have actually? Does he have something which could provide some healing here? I think we can probably find out.
Yeah.
Where are runes? Here we go. See, he has Font of Life, so if he does manage to land that Counter Strike stun, when one of his allies auto attacks, that will proc the Ardent Sensor, and they will both gain attack speed and on hit damage. So
Yeah,
really unexpected thinking ahead there coming out from Preston on the Jax.
he also heals from second wind, but I'm not sure if that procs it.
No, because I think it has to be on allies. I think.
Is it now? Healing or shielding another ally. Yeah, okay. It wasn't like that before, but now it is. Yeah.
It used to be. It always used to be. But it gives
Oh.
both you and the ally the attack speed, and
Yeah, okay.
that's why it was just so good on Lulu because
The Cosmic Drive
yeah,
is interesting, considering Morgana doesn't have
enough
160 AP.
AP.
Yeah,
Yeah, but what?
you
Is
need
he changing?
160 AP for the passive to be. So you need 160 AP to get 20 ability haste and 23 movement
Also,
speed.
Taco Tem here is fed up of being one shot by the Wukong, has decided to go into that Warmogs, just get all of that extra health and health regen so that she
I
cannot
don't
be
think
taken down.
I don't think she has 3000 HP, so the passive
No,
doesn't
the
work.
passive won't go up, but but that's a massive Seraphine ultimate, gets
Oh,
3, and this is a beautiful engage
jeez.
from League of Pogmore right now. They've already picked up 3 on the back, there's none of them are down. They will go after the MF, not the MF, the Morgana. True Dark will get taken down by the Ignite, unfortunately not a complete ace. Team fight Stomp Preston now is just left to walk away, and League of Pogmore are trying to run him down, but he does jump down onto Buttswap. League
There's a
of
free
Pokemon will
dragon.
end up getting this free dragon, and yeah, they can leave Vi to do this, and the rest of them can push down mid. It looks like Galio is teleporting to top lane. Not so sure about that one. They could just take away as much of the jungle as possible or start up this Baron. Looks like Seaways will start
Yeah,
the
they
Baron.
go for the Baron. By the way, considering what and having question marks on the build of MF with on early Warmonks and Sorcerer boots, that's kind of yeah
Well,
strange. Maybe
there's
it will work out for like late game.
very high AP base damage on the
Yeah.
E on MF. Is she maxing it first, maybe?
No, she's maxing Q.
Oh, okay. Um,
Yeah, and then done for
well,
you.
that doesn't
Oh,
make
if maxing
quite
is
as much
lasts.
sense.
Maybe
But
she's just building for late game. That should be.
Yeah.
putting for that late game, yeah. Yeah, we've got some very interesting builds coming out. Looks like
Yeah.
Urgot is trying to go for as much lifesteal as possible after getting that Omni Vamp, I believe. Is he building towards, no, what is he building towards?
That's done.
I
I
thought that was
think.
Death's Dance, but he doesn't have the
Yeah.
lifesteal part,
No, but it doesn't have a life steal part.
doesn't it? Oh no,
No.
they took that away, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not built Death's Dance for so long. But that will give him some amazing regen when he does manage to kill someone or get an assist.
Indeed.
See, Preston's keeping up his AP build. Looks like he's going for a Banshees.
Yeah. It is a
Yeah.
strong item,
It's a good item
considering
though.
the amounts of CC. Can stop the CC chain.
And
Give him time
League of
to react.
Pokemon, once you use this Baron, they are pushing down mid. Only 3 of them there, though. They are doing the split push with the Ashe on bot lane. I don't know if I like that. I feel like Ashe should be in the mid lane with the rest of their team. What do you
Yeah.
guys think?
It should be a
Ash free
4-1.
farming. Ash farming at the moment, scaling by, getting the lead, 2 level lead already on the Saboteur. It's working out at the moment.
Oh, they do get a double root and a stun
Oh,
onto the Pantheon. There's the ultimate, picks up 2 from the Seraphine. Really nice Seraphine ultimate coming out. Preston's trying to get the counter strike, does get a stun onto 3, so that will be a lot of healing. The Ardent Sensor buff, speeding up his team's attack speed, but they don't get to use it as a disengage comes out from League of Pogmore.
Meanwhile, the Ash is getting fed with the level lead. He is like 2 levels in front of O'Neal, 3 levels in front of Saboteur. It's like a real danger now.
Counter-Strike
Getting that
channel from
carry so
Preston,
far
jumps onto
ahead.
Buzz Swap. The instant cleanse was beautiful, and they're trying to turn it back around onto Girl's side now. A nice taunt to keep O'Neal from getting anyone killed. I'm not sure where that ultimate from the Urgot was going. Buzz Swap has to flash out of the tower. Meanwhile, in mid lane, League of Pokemon actually playing this quite well, taking both mid and bot lane. They're trying to go onto Butt Swap. The ultimate from Troll Zoe was just way too far along. They are moving up towards that top lane, just trying to break as much of the
yeah.
base as possible with this Baron buff.
Really well played. You
Yeah.
usually
Well
don't
played.
want to give
They've
like
got to be
only
careful.
one.
Troll Zoe can't get onto this Ashe though. They should probably just back out at this point, take their free win, set up for the next objective. But they do manage to pick up Troll Zoe. They could potentially end the game here. Baron is still
Yeah.
up. They are moving towards it. That's the MF ultimate channel. That's so much damage down. But League of Pokemon aren't put off. They want to go for this end. They feel like they can get the end. Preston jumping into the backline though does pick up the Seraphine. That might be massive, but League of Pokemon are turning it back around. They're doing
Oh, that
so
flash.
much damage. Seaway's jumping in. That's one down. Zabator's really low. Nice taunt comes out. And there's the bug telling us
That the game
that
is
the
over.
game is over.
Yeah.
Beautiful bug. Thank you,
Yeah.
League of Bugs. Thank you, Rito, for this amazing, amazing bug. And here we can see the stats for the game. Oh, and Neil's telling us in chat he managed to kill the Galio before the end of the game.
Yeah.
So here we go. Um, here are all of the stats that everyone wants to see. Um, oh, I haven't even done this right. You can see part of the bloody thing. Oh, I guess didn't have that much time to set up. Whatever. Here's the stats. If anyone would like to get the stats, there we go. We can see in chat everyone's saying like they Shmugu got a penta there somehow. Spartan Lulu. I'm not sure who that is, but Dover Fountain. Um, we
Hmm.
need the MVPs of both teams, guys. What do you guys think?
I think Wukong for League of Pokemon.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think Wukong was absolutely massive there. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that as well. I also see that there are a lot of zeros in the control arts. Yeah, that's kind of disappointed.
Yeah,
That's
no
yeah.
control wards coming up there at all. League of Pokemon did win that game.
Wait.
It is difficult to get an MVP from girls' side because they all played kind of similar,
I feel like at
except
least
from
Preston,
O'Neal.
Preston was jumping onto the back line. He was getting those kills that he really needed to. It's just it wasn't enough in the end.
Yeah, I think the bot lane did the same. Saboteur and Troll Zoe. They got the early kills on the Seraphine, but then they got focused after some time by some roams by Galio and some ganks by Vi. I think it has to be between Saboteur and Preston because they are the only two people with positive KD. So I think Preston deserves this one personally.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with you there.
I'm giving it to like the Saboteur. The Morgana 80 pick was like really picking off, I think. But yeah, he couldn't do a lot there. Meanwhile, Preston just jumping in sometimes, like dying for the team. I don't know if this worked.
Yeah, I'm just confused about the Cosmic Drive by Saboteur, so I can't give him the MVP.
Yeah, but I think if I look to the builds, it's all the same. It's all like confusing.
Nah, but Preston's made sense. He had Font of Life with Arden.
Yeah,
He
you
had the
know,
Pokemon to go in, and the Banshees for safety.
it's the genius because, of course, if you're on the other team, you look at him and you go, "Oh my god, he's trolling. He has no way to proc that Ardent," but it's all there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe a Moonstone. instead of talking about doing better. But
So this time, of course, they'll be swapping sides. Do you guys think we'll see any changes in draft? Do you think there's anything last game that really needs to be banned out from either side?
I think the Morgana should be banned out. I think there were some good black shields that could have stopped it if there were a more even game in the late game. So if a girl builds a better comp for the late game with the Morgana, I think the Morgana could be problematic.
Yeah, because it's also Flexpick is the pick from O'Neil. O'Neil likes to play it in jungle as well, so like maybe not top. We can just see it happen again. I also think that like maybe banning something out like the Galio to avoid that roaming because Galio jumped down on your team, and maybe you don't want that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still hoping for the Pokemon coming up on the board. It will be really amazing to see if they can pick it and play it.
So, something I wanted to point out about League of Pokemon, because I played against them, they have some really good ideas, but their execution tends to fall a bit behind. So you could see that in the previous game, like they knew with their comp, they're like, oh, we're ahead, we should split push, but they also sent the Ash to the side lane, which in the end worked out for them, but against maybe stronger team or a team that was more aware of what was happening, that would be really punished, because you know the Ash is down in the bot lane without TP or anything. And this is the thing I noticed with League of Pokemon. Their ideas, they have the idea of what to do. It's just sometimes that execution for them can fall a little bit flat. So I really want to see them tightening up that execution of their ideas a little bit, because I think they could be quite a good team if they manage to do that.
I agree with that. Let's see, I see Peter left us. In the moment, maybe he's just like something happened.
I also saw Atomica was saying in chat he wanted to come and do play-by-play. I mean, if he does, that's fine by me.
Yeah, bring him in.
Yeah, so
Welcome, Atomica.
has Atomica jumped in with us?
Yeah.
Let's see Discord. Welcome, Atomica.
Thank you. I heard there was a space, so I immediately jumped at the opportunity now to be able
Yes.
to cast the fantastic series.
Here, I'll swap up all of the names midstream, like we love to do.
Hey, come on,
everyone
it's
loves it when we do
fantastic
this.
production values. You know,
I promised even better production values.
Yeah.
Oh, I should play that more. I need to add it back in so I can just play it like every now and then. It took me so long to make. I feel so bad it got played once. But anyway, the players are just like swapping into their orders right now.
I'm just logging on to League of Legends, so don't mind me.
Yeah, someone needs to like swap sides for a sec if Atomica is starting up his league. Meanwhile,
Oh, I'll also need, I'll need quite a lot. I need the spectator invite link as well. But, yeah, hopefully we'll see a bit more of fantastic girl draft that was truly innovative and very technical.
Okay, I've sent you an
Oh,
invite.
there we go.
Yep.
Thank you.
I see Troll Zoe asked me to pick up his champion. Does he mean the Pantheon or does he mean like?
He means just pick him any champion.
What do you want to see from him?
Yeah, that's the thing. Do you want to see my Annie jungle? Because you don't want to see that.
I mean, I do
That's
love
not
the
fair, bro.
Morgana Troll Zoe, but I have a feeling it's gonna get banned out. I can't imagine. Oh, Fro actually managed to find find. Oh, yes, I know
I
Fro.
see a
Fro,
Wukong
I
ban.
love Fro. He's great.
Oh, by
he
the way,
managed
it's
to find
already
the lead,
starting.
damn.
You forgot
I
it's
need a-
already starting.
Oh,
The
draft is starting.
Wukong is
Damn,
already
I
banned.
was-
Can I get a link?
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yes, you can get a link.
I'll give it to you.
Thank
Oh
you.
fuck. Wait. Yeah, you
It's
give it
okay,
to him.
it's okay.
There we go. No one saw anything. Production value.
I see Cho'Gath then again.
So
We can see Karthus is banned out, and again Cho'Gath is banned as well as the
Wait,
Wukong.
Urgot ban? Is that the Urgot ban?
yeah, very scared of the Urgot.
With
Obviously,
the Moby.
The O'Neill
It's-
Urgot. No, but they're pivoting to Gnar. Obviously, they're doing a bit of mind games here, saying, "Look, we know you like the Urgot. Play it again. We dare you."
Yeah, the Nautilus ban is expected.
now we will see, obviously, here with the first pick, what girl are looking to pivot towards, what they're looking to really establish the theme of their composition around. Whether they decide to again go for something truly innovative,
It's
as the
the
Evelyn is locked in.
Ooh,
So,
so
A
this
bit
is
more of a normal jungler.
You don't know yet if this is jungler.
Yeah, very
It's a
true. It'll be
jungler.
the Evelyn top lane. We have seen it truly career through Iron.
so this is
A lot of Iron players picking it up. Truly the new innovators of the meta.
this is
I
one of
already
the
played
favorite
Evelyn
picks.
on mid lane and AD carry. It's both really good if you play it really well, but I don't think people will do that. And there's the Morgana coming up the board as well.
Yeah,
So is it the
Carry.
Troll Zone Morgana?
Uh,
I feel
Morgana,
like
obviously,
LPM dropped the
everyone knows
ball
is-
here.
a very good counter to these very engage heavy supports, very CC heavy supports, like the Nautilus have the Nautilus, and like the Leona, which has been locked in for League of Pogmore. They picked up the Jhin and the Leona bot lane combo. Again, just a very strong combination. Leona has all of that CC available in her kit to set up for the Jhin, and Jhin can have a very nice easy time finishing off targets. Jinx locked in as a response to Jhin. I'm not sure how the matchup goes. I think it's a bit more of just a
Scaling
It's
towards
Galio
LPM,
again.
simple hyper carries. Yeah.
and yeah, Morg can definitely
Can I
give
remember
the
his name without having to look? No, I can't. I have to look. Deepwater Dagger.
picking up the Galio again.
Or I shall just call him Dagger. Really likes Galio,
DD.
apparently. Willing to blind pick the mid lane with the Galio. Galio,
But they do get to
a very
ban
well
out.
known safe pick, as Preston does like to play a lot of aggressive AP champions in the mid lane. We all know about his Cogmore,
And there's an
AP
Evelyn
Cogmore mid lane.
jungle, so
Yeah, I
big.
want to see still.
So
the
I will point
Kog'Maw,
out they did manage
but
to get
Yone
their
getting banned. A smart pick. A smart ban. Like they picked the Galio, they just banned some AD mid laners. That's a really good tactic.
I will point out
Yeah,
League of
absolutely,
Pokemon
yeah.
did manage to
I
get
believe
Leona.
it was 100 Thieves versus Cloud9 in the whatever they call it. It was like mid-season showdown or something that
Yeah.
Perks actually picked the Yone into the Galio, and the Galio did not have fun. So banning out the AD mid laners as well, almost forcing Preston onto more AP mid laners or a bit more of an uncomfortable AD mid laner, as it can cause that bit of not anti-synergy but that unwanted double AP in the mid and jungle to create a very AP dominated top side.
I'm still surprised because they banned Seth and Yone, but Lucian is still open and Lucian is really strong at the moment. It could be a pick for Preston. I think Preston plays Lucian, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Lucian a very strong ADC, mid laner right now. Sorry, he's no longer an ADC. He's a very strong mid laner right now. Very, very good at abusing these laners that can't really get priority as easily as easy as
Well,
others. The
Ooh.
Kane lock-in, so they are trying to counter this jungle. I'm not sure how the Kane Evelyn matchup goes. And there is O'Neill's signature Shyvana top. Tank Shyvana top. It
Wait,
deals
what?
a ton of damage. It can soak up a ton of damage.
Oh, Yasuo. There we go.
Yeah,
Let's
so
see also
mid.
the AD what was open. It was Tristana, Lucian, or Yasuo. It's the Yasuo. Let's see how Preston is gonna play it.
Yeah, Yasuo can obviously be a very coin flip champion. Everyone knows 10-0 or 0-10.
Oh,
Two
power
very
spike.
very probable
06
scorelines in this game.
Power spike needed.
Depending
for
on
him to
how
carry.
hard the Yasuo does get bullied in this mid lane. As the top lane, Mordekaiser is being hovered here just to round out some more AP damage threats for the side of League of Pogmore, and it is locked in.
So
I'm not a fan of the Mordekaiser, honestly, because they got the Morgana spell shield. If you ult someone with the spell shield, it don't have effect. Also, the Jinx and Yasuo can just buy a QSS and get out of there. I
think the
don't know
point
if this is a
is
really smart pick into this comp.
Mordekaiser, as soon
Yeah,
as Evelyn wants
I
to go in,
completely
you
agree.
ult the
Sanders,
Evelyn.
really, it is just a case of that they're really they do have two quote unquote frontliners, but they're sort of pseudo frontliners that build not too many tanky stats.
So I just realised I was muted on Discord, so you guys couldn't hear me, and that's why you kept interrupting me.
I'm sorry.
We
Oh
are
no,
so
that's my
sorry.
bad. I accidentally pressed my mute hotkey and didn't realise.
Oh wait, so you were. Oh, were you live on stream? Or not?
Yeah. So
Oh,
to
no.
everyone else, it would sound like you're just interrupting me, but like you guys legitimately just couldn't hear me. Points that I did make were main ones anyway. Leona does get picked up for League of Pokemon support True Duck, which is by far her most played champion. Not quite a Leona one trick, so that is big. We also have, I think Mordekaiser is mostly good for stopping Evelyn. If Evelyn ever tries to go on one of your carries, you ult the Evelyn. Evelyn's not going to want to buy QSS. That's just perfect. You take her out. So yeah, I think those are the main thoughts, and it just Mordekaiser is an amazing champion for helping you win any like Dragon, Steel, anything like that, because you do just ult the enemy jungler. I'm not sure
But
how
they
it will do
got-
into Shyvana top. Shyvana also, I think, has a knock-up on her ultimate,
Ult.
or like her jump. Yeah, whatever the jump
Yeah,
is.
the transform. Yeah.
So could be linked up with the Yasuo. Interesting if they were planning to pick the Yasuo though. They don't just go for something like a Malphite, which has a more consistent knock-up. But yeah, there we go. That's the majority of the points that I had made.
Or we're attempting to make before we rudely interrupted when we couldn't hear you. But,
How did I manage
yeah.
to hit the button? I don't understand.
The mystical ways of science. No, but,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, picking up two. Well, they have the 3 tanks into a Jinx. I realised before I said 2 tanks, but one of them's like Mordekaiser isn't exactly a tank. Yes, he does have a lot of health, but his resistances aren't actually there. So his main form of tankiness is the fact that he has that much health that you can't shred through it before he kills you.
I have just
Unless I've been
noticed
building Mordekaiser
someone in
wrong.
chat saying Malphite would be too much AP. I very much disagree when you have a Jinx and a Yasuo on your team. Two
That's
very
too
high
hard
AD carry champions. I feel like you're starting to stack a bit too much AD when you start adding more AD threats in there.
I feel like it's a well balanced competition.
And you're gonna build, if you get a Malphite here, you're gonna build it tank. You're not gonna be building it. No, not replace Yasuo with Malphite. You replace the Shyvana with the Malphite to help the Yasuo. Because the Malphite provides a more consistent knock-up for the Yasuo, and it's a longer knock-up, so it's easier for the Yasuo to ult off of it.
Yeah, I think if it was like Malphite instead of the Yasuo, it was like really strange because you pick it into Galio. Is it worth it? It would
Doesn't
be really
Yas
hard
get
to win
shat on
late
by
as well.
Galio? I think he's supposed to. I'm not sure because it is an AD into an AP. I think it's very much how they both play it. A lot of it will come down to like the taunt and jungle focus.
I have just realised I've got to be somewhere.
That is fine. You've joined us for draft. You filled in while I was
Yeah.
muted,
Yeah.
so that worked
There
out
we go.
perfectly well.
Perfectly fine.
That's
If
so
San-
perfect.
Yes, professionalism at its finest.
Professionalism
Truly.
is at its
Yeah.
finest indeed.
But yeah.
Thank you for joining the draft at least because that was
No
really
problem.
amazing.
A
Yeah,
bit of
got
insight
muted.
from me.
Yeah, extremely good. Let me take you off of the caster's names, I guess.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though. I think Girl are gonna win purely because I think Yasuo's gonna get super fed, and League of Pokemon won't be able to contain him because I believe in the Preston Yasuo.
Yeah, they pressed him with Ignite.
The knowing Preston is gonna 100% go full AP Yasuo.
Oh
Yeah, but-
god.
Oh yeah.
Does Yasuo have it? He doesn't have an. Is Ian AP scaling actually?
It's passive.
Yeah.
More shield.
No,
It
no,
is
no. His
also-
passive doesn't, but his E might legitimately be like
Yeah.
a 0.1 AP scaling or something.
Let's have a look. But wait, hang on. What's this?
Yeah, it's E is working on that. I heard it a lot that people use AP Yasuo just
Yeah.
pressing the E to dash through everything and deal damage.
The E
But
has
yeah.
plus 60% AP scaling.
That's not even that bad. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
not
it's
that
his
bad.
only AP, so you can't build AP on it with.
He's
but-
just dashing around the place. Like, you get a Yasuo dashing straight through you. Damn, half my health is gone.
Yeah.
I still want them to add. Do you remember in Odyssey, the Odyssey game
No,
mode where
wasn't right.
you could take like a rune, that let Yasuo dash through allied champions and give them a shield? Could give them his
Yeah.
passive shield. I want them to add that to Yasuo so you can play AP Yasuo support. I legitimately think that would be amazing.
I think it will be really broken as well.
In Moonstone ready with Yasuo.
Yeah, why not? And then you've got the wind wall. You max wind wall. So
And you
that,
support.
and that's your
Wait,
main
wait.
point. You're just annoying to the other team
But why are you maxing wind wall if you can max the shield of the E?
because you make the wind wall like half the size of the lane, and you can press it every like 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. That's also a good plan. Depends on the matchup, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see, we're just waiting for 40 more seconds to go to the spectator delay.
Yep. So, what I'll ask very quickly is, do you think we will see more side laning from one team, or do both teams want to super team fight this?
Did we had already a poll for MVP or like?
We have a
who's
prediction
gonna win?
poll. Currently, most people voting for Girl. There are some votes for League of Pokemon. So not entirely all one-sided there. Is worth noting, I think League of Pokemon were favorited to win last time, and they did win. This time, Girl are heavy favorites with about just over about 66% of the vote or so. They're probably about 75% of the vote. But yeah,
I think it definitely. If I look to draft, League of Pokemon have a lot of like safe picks to like protect the Jin. But yeah, will the Evelyn sneak behind and just one-shot the Jin? Then the Jin is gone. That's definitely one thing that's sure.
so I've not heard of this Shyvana top, and I hope someone can tell me. Or do you know anything about the Shyvana top?
I saw it before. It's an O'Neil special. You just want to see it. He can be really
I
dangerous
noticed
with
there's
it.
no flash, there's no ghost.
Yeah,
It's
you don't need it.
Ignite TP, Shyvana top.
It's also Ignite Preston.
There's also two Dark Harvests on the side of League of Pokemon, so definitely wanting to get a lot of that damage down early. In terms of what else to look out for is the Ignite Leona, so definitely wanting more damage. Also Ignite Morgana for that extra damage. Triple
And
Ignite on the
evade.
side of Girl.
There's an evade coming.
Yes, it does look like Girl are going for this invade through a very classic path through the mid lane in towards the enemy red-blue buff. Shmugu will start to walk away here. Might have to take the Q to walk out. No, will just walk away. Doesn't even take any damage. Ward
And
is
full
put
ward
on his
is
blue, so they'll
put.
know where he starts. Kane, though, tends to just start Raptors. Maybe we'll end up seeing a level 2 fight around the blue buff, but I very much doubt it. Taco
I don't
Tempo
think
probably...
I don't think Girl wants that to do because you got still the Leona there, the CC.
Mhm.
Kane is kind of strong in the early, while Evelyn is like not that strong. So Kane might win from Evelyn there. I don't think they want that. Ooh, the Kane is also going for the blue at directly.
Yep, it
He's
does
starting
look
blue.
like he will end up with a slight leash to help get the blue buff. Evelyn, meanwhile, getting a leash for the red buff. Pretty much as expected. Preston will pick up quite a bit of that CS in the mid lane. Both mid laners missing out on CS, but Preston overall coming out ahead on the trades, taking quite a bit of that damage. Ooh, an auto attack cancelled there from Deep Water Dagger. So where do you think both junglers will be wanting to gank here? Do you think there's any specific lanes that are more likely to get ganked, or a jungler wants to particularly focus?
Maybe I think from the girl side you can gank Mordekaiser now because if he's level 6 you don't want to gank him because he just press R and it's like a 1v1 so it don't really matter if your jungle is there. But I also see that Girl is pushing really heavily on the bot side. So yeah, if I was Kane, that should be really good for him to gank with a Leona CC.
Yeah, of course, Go will probably have the wave back towards the middle by the time he's down there. They saw that the Kane started on the bot side, so they know they're fairly safe to push it around this time. Kane will be towards the top side. Power of early vision. We can actually see there is a lot of wards down right now. So they should
What?
know if various things are coming in. A nice knock-up from Preston. A little bit of damage traded back and forth.
O'Neal getting a lot of damage there. I'm still wondering, will it be blue or red Kane in this game? What do you think is better at the moment?
We'll see basically from where he ganks, because if he wants that red Kane, or that blue Kane,
Invading. He's going
he
to
has to gank bot lane. If he wants red Kane, he can gank pretty much anywhere else on the map. But there is this engaged Preston jumping over the wall using that ward. Deep water dagger on just over 100 health. Flash in from Preston to pick that up, but Seawaves and Shmugu are both here to try and pick up this kill onto Preston. There's just not too much damage going down. He should still have the a way to escape here. Shmugu needs the Q to come back up, but
yeah,
will just W to pick that up. 1-for-1 trade in the end.
but both summoners gone except Galio summons. Did Galio not flash there? If he flashed there, he might
No,
just get away.
you can see on the right, Galio flash still up, so both summoners used by Preston to get a single kill. Galio didn't pick anything up, so that is an advantage for Preston in the mid lane, but overall gold swing slightly.
Yeah,
Well,
kind
actually,
of
not
surprised
even
that
not
Galio.
even a gold swing for League of Pokemon because there were no assists.
I'm kind of surprised that Galio didn't flash there, because if the Galio flashed there, he was probably escaping there. And
The early
he
flash
just
probably would have helped keep him alive, yes, but engage up to top lane. O'Neal being bullied a little bit, but not too much damage taken overall. Looks like we might see a girl engage on this bot side, but there's no flash coming out over those. And it looks like this might just be a double kill being picked up. Druduk trying to flash away to get back onto the tower. Ignite is thrown down, but that
double
is too
kill.
much damage. One kill to the support and one kill to the ADC of the side of girls. Seawaves, though, bullying this top lane.
Yeah,
I think we might see Shmugu try and force more towards this top lane. Just from the fact you know that Shyvana does not have the flash, she will be, or the ignite. And getting Mordekaiser ahead will be really good for your team.
yeah, it's just going in from the
Preston
dagger.
really
Preston is
getting the better of this mid lane, getting the better of these trades. Only slightly up on CS, but really up in terms of health resources. Of course, he is a champion with no mana, so he can just spam out
he's
most of
already
his things.
he's already almost 500 gold in lead. Same for the Jinx. It's kind of a really great start. 5 minutes in game, almost 6.
You can see
Gold lead.
actually across the board, Girl are currently ahead in gold. They're almost about 1,500 gold ahead in total. It looks like we do have the Cloud Drake as the first spawn, so probably not too much priority going down, but Swap and Saboteur trading in this bot lane.
Yeah, the Cloud Drake should be free there. I don't think Girl can contest it at the moment.
And Cloud Drake here, not the most important of course,
Oh,
but
it's
still
resetting.
quite useful. It's definitely good for whoever can get that more Mordekaiser ults. Looks like they'll try and get a little steal. That was close. I saw about 10
yeah.
health on it or so. Ultimate comes out from O'Neal, tries to push Seaways back, but not too much comes out. Mordekaiser does have access to the Shadow Realm, so at any point can try and force the 1v1 onto the Shyvana if he feels like he has enough damage.
Oh, there's a fight in mid lane.
Ooh, a nice
Dagger keeps him
Justice punch
alive.
from Deepwater Dagger to dodge. Shmugu here
Got
actually doing
pain.
a really good job of shadowing his lanes when they need it. Did miss the one time down in the bottom lane, but has been around mostly when the lanes have needed it. The early Cloud Drake could be quite impactful if League of Pokemon do choose to try and use their ultimates as much as possible. I feel like Mordekaiser especially should, especially when there's nothing, no real things up, should be happy to just use that ultimate.
Yeah, also the Cloud Drake is really good for the Galio to roam and get your lane ahead because you're playing into Yasuo. Yasuo will destroy you probably on lane because he counters you really hard. And if you can roam, you maybe get your other laners ahead, and that's good for you to like win the game. It's the best
Schmigu going
opportunity.
for that
Kane is
1v1
fighting.
onto Preston, but he's only level 5. They are putting quite a bit of damage down. That's
Oh,
so much. That's the double knock-up ultimate. Schmigu
kill.
tried to flash away, but too much damage out there. Deep Water Dagger does burn. Should pick up one in return. And there we go. There's the Shadow Realm being used to make sure Takotim cannot pick up that kill. Mordekaiser now doing what as much damage as he possibly can.
But everyone is escaping there.
And overall, we can see not too much coming out there. A small win, you could argue, I suppose, for the side of Girl. They do manage to pick up that one plate in the top lane, but this fight will be coming out here. The Kane does hit is level 6 and will put down a lot of damage into O'Neal. Who will they give the kill to? They will be going onto the Kane in the end. I might have liked to see that go into the Mordekaiser's hands, but yeah, both champions can definitely carry here, so not the worst thing in
Yeah,
the world.
that's totally true. Maybe Kane can bring it more over the map in the early phase and mid phase. So yeah, maybe it's better. But we will see how it take out.
You see the early Ninja Tabi being picked up now by Deep Water Dagger, realizing that Yasuo putting out quite a lot of damage.
I also have to say there's a lot of pink wards in both inventory slots. Like it already feels like everyone got one already. That's a really improvement if I see to the last game.
There's also 3 pots I've noticed on Sea Waves. At that point, he could just pick up a refill pot, but obviously focusing more on this early game sustain and pressure into the Shyvana. Something else that I did want to point out is I do see a tier on Kayn. Now, I'm not up to date with Kayn builds, but it seems like quite a strange thing to pick up. Kayn's not one of the champions that really, towards his later game, needs to auto-attack that much. I've never really known a Kayn to have mana issues, so it does just seem like kind of a strange build, but here he comes into the mid lane to get this gank. But there's the ultimate coming out. Schmigu's doing what he can. Does proc the Dark Harvest. Preston is pretty low, just under 200 health. Deep Water trying to get onto him. Does put the taunt down. Perfect timing. Will pick up that kill.
And that is good. Good camp there. That
Manamoon
Kane is
does give it a bit more. But, oh, yeah. I suppose. But Kane's not one that really needs that extra damage. Usually you just go full lethality anyway and one-shot people. I suppose if he's red Kane, maybe it's really good. And Director Cam there trolling us a little bit, wanting us to show Jin firing his shots, but
Oh,
Trudok a little bit too far up there. Does have
Morga
to
trying
flash
to
away
solo there.
and will end up getting picked up in return. Just did want to get the stun, and it was just a bit too much, a bit too far.
Yeah, I think it was really too much. The Jin was not even close. It was like a 1v2 there. I don't know if you want that in that minion wave.
Well, she wanted to get the stun down so that she could guarantee Jin his shots and pick up the kill, but it was just a bit too far and didn't really have the means to catch up, especially not with the boots. No boots currently on the Leona. I would have hoped to see boots a bit earlier.
You want to see the Moby boots? There are Moby boots on the Morgana this time.
Hey, I'd prefer the Moby boots. Everyone knows about my thoughts on Moby boots Morgana, but
Let's
hey,
see.
if I
There's a
see
Draco
trolls that are
fight
going to the
coming
mid
up.
lane a lot, I'll be happy with it. It'll be fine.
O'Neal cannot follow up for that dragon there. There's a TP is still available for the Mordekaiser.
The girl
So
not
O'Neal to
aware
have to
this.
rush there.
Yeah, girl not aware they're standing on a ward right now. You see posturing coming down to this mid wave. League of Pokemon are trying to work together to get their Galio is teleporting in. That's 2 girl wards in 1 bush. Oh no, that was 1 was Gin Trap, sorry.
Yeah.
Girl though do have priority over this Drake. They are just starting it up while League of Pokemon are being really slow to react. Drake is already picked up. And that's pretty massive. That is a nice ocean Drake. That should help keep them alive throughout this laning phase. Looks like League of Pokemon maybe want to try and follow this up, but they really shouldn't. They are backing off now. But Swap are
But
going the
there's
wrong
O'Neal.
direction. Knock up into the knock up. But Swap trying to flash away. Kane
Oh, but
using
that's
the
good.
ultimate to get out there, but look how many members are here. The Galio ulting in, but there's not too much they can do. That was just not the fight that they really wanted to take. There was no way for Mordekaiser to join, so they opt into the 4v5 where already their ADC had been zoned out, and
Yeah, the ADC was like front line because O'Neal can just easily jump on there. It was a good engage from O'Neal there. I really like that, and that was like why you don't want to fight it, because if Jin dies there or is really low, you miss your AD carry, and that's not on this point, I think, but late game it will be your most damage dealer.
yeah, the main problem is the disadvantage in number of people that they had at that point. But you could see the thought process again behind League of Pokemon. It's just a bit of the execution and the thinking about is this worth doing or do we just give up? They could have probably just run under the tower there and at least had Kane and Jin survive, leaving
Yeah, that
leaving
was more
Leona
worth it.
in to die on her own. But overall, that does not happen in the end. Gull will start to pick up this Rift Herald. Currently, when we look at the gold, it is about a 4,000 gold lead to the side of Gull, so very far ahead. There we can see why I don't like Morgana. You see, she put her W down and instantly just
It is also
has
good to
move
see.
speed
It's like
disappeared.
the, the gold is mostly on the carries. It's like a 1k on the Yasuo, 1k difference on the Jinx. It's a lot of gold for the carries already. Let's see.
So now we are just in more of a bit of a lull state of the game. Both teams trying to farm up as much as possible. We can see there's also a little bit of a level advantage on Preston. That comes from all of the extra kills he has. He has opted into the shield bow, which I think most if not all Yasuo do these days. League of Pokemon are here, they're all standing on a ward, but looks like they'll just throw a little bit. Oh, the taunt does go down, but there's no real follow-up to it. Double knock-up.
There's a
The
fight
Jin's
coming.
moved back to open up the curtain call. That's a lot of damage going in. There's also a fight breaking out on the bottom half.
But
Yasuo
there's
ends up taking
O'Neal.
a lot of damage. That's a nice route down onto the Kane. Nothing he can do. He does get taken out. The knock-up onto Leona. Leona's already down. This is a massive fight win again for the side of Girl. They're just too far ahead. Root goes down onto the Jin.
Yeah, this doesn't look good for League of Pokemon.
And League of Pokemon, they put up a nice early game. They did manage to get a couple of advantages, but now Girl, just with their gold advantages, are just moving ahead of them.
There's the Rift Herald coming up, getting a tower. Can they get an hip? I don't think so. But they can do a lot of damage there to the second tower as well. Oh, there's the Kane speed already.
He's going and he's trying to do what he can into the Shyvana, but that's a tanky
tank.
Shyvana. Not even built many tanky items yet. I believe sitting on quite a lot of gold actually. Only sitting on 3,000 gold. So both teams are about equal right now, just because of the amount of gold currently sitting in Girl's pockets. You
Yeah.
can see that when coming up to this fight, they had 5. They had about 7,000 gold just sitting around in their pockets, so it was pretty much even on gold for most of those fights. It was just that they had the members advantage, and League of Pokemon not really realizing that, not identifying it.
I think it was kind of greedy to get on that money. Definitely on the Jinx that have like a 500 bounty there, because you want the damage. And if you have like 2k in your pocket, you're like at the same level, and it's easy to give away that gold. Oh, meanwhile, there's a fight on mid lane again.
They're going in a nice slow down onto the True Dark, and the Mega Death Rocket follows it up to pick up that kill.
And there's a lot of
And
lead on
this
the
is
Jinx now.
just before the Drake comes up. That should be a free Drake into the into Girl's pockets. It is a Mountain Drake, so extremely impactful Drake, arguably the best one in the game right now.
Oh, there's still
Oh,
a fight
so
there.
much damage onto Smiggy, and Takatim flashing over the wall but not managing to get the ultimate to finish him off. Has Kane changed yet? Yes, he is Shadow Kane. Not entirely sure how he managed to get Shadow Kane. Didn't seem like he ganked bot lane that much.
Yeah, he was.
Maybe
He
waited
was
for
the
the extra
top lane.
time. Oh, a miss from Taco Tim, but the instant flash away from Buttswap, just not wanting to chance that at all. But there's the walk back in and has missed jumping in so much damage. We'll be able to pick up the Jin soon, but I just have to flash ultimate away a little bit early. The
And
last
Taco Team is in
caress
problem.
was not enough. They are trying to chase down this Evelyn now, but she is so fast with the completed boots. Just dodging out from them, using that invisibility really well. Does give away where she is.
But
And
there's a team incoming.
baiting them into the rest of her team. Shmugu does see them and is going to try and help TrueDuck get away, but he may have just given up his own life to do this, and Zabator with the walk around will be able to pick him up in return. League of Pokemon just looking a little bit desperate at the moment, trying to chase up what they can and not getting anything from it.
Yeah, I think they should better focus like on getting a farm or just getting back in game instead of like finding greedy chases. Because if you greedy chase and you die, you just don't get fodder in the game, and you probably give more gold away to the enemy team, and you don't want that.
Yeah, they are just looking to probably try and pick up one of these big bounties, get some gold back into their carries' pockets, and try and slow this game down just a little bit. They don't have the best scaling here, but eventually that Mordekaiser will become really strong. We'll be able to do something. That's a lot of damage going down onto Leona. Ooh, Shmugu and Seaways have managed to find O'Neal in the jungle, but Shmugu only sitting at level 9 right now.
And there's Taco Team as well.
And that's so much damage going down. There's not much that can come out of that. Seawaves now doesn't realize that he's in the 1v3. Will come out of the Death Realm. Nice taunt there from Deep Water Dagger to help keep his Mordekaiser alive coming out of the Death Realm, but may have just given up his own life in the end. Will deliver Taco Tim into the arms of the Leona and the Jin. And the 1-for-1 overall is good. They're trying to find O'Neal. Curtain Call does tag onto him. There's a lot of damage down, but just about half health in the end.
Leona
TrueDuck will
trouble.
try and stay alive, but will end up going down there. Unfortunately, it was the one member of Girl dies that doesn't have a bounty on them. Not really what you want. Shmugu predicting the attempted knock-up there from Preston, using the ultimate to dodge it quite nicely, but it's not the best thing in the world. Zoe flashing away.
It was not necessary, I think, but there's the
There's the
Gario
flash
ulti.
out. They will get the knock-up onto the Yasuo. There's a lot of damage going down. Taunt is on. It does use the black shields. A lot of damage in return, but Preston should go down here. That's a big shutdown into the Jin.
That's really what I want.
800
It's really
gold
good.
injection straight into the Jin. And, I mean,
I
at
think
least you can
Jin
say
are a
League of
little
Pokemon
bit
are putting up a fight. You can see what they're trying to do. They're not giving up.
They are fighting until the end. And it's really good that it's on the Jin, because the Jin is like the one that you want to have the bounties on. You want the Jin back in game and in a lead.
Oh, they seem to have an idea of where Taco Tim is right now. He's trying to go onto the Jin. Leona misses the stun, and that might just spell the end of the AD carry. Jin does go down.
Oh,
And they
this is
are
not
running
really.
down onto Leona right now. Seawaves is behind, but it looks like Girl might just want to try and end this. There's 3 of them in the base right now. They're running onto Deep Water Dagger. Shmugu is behind, jumping in, trying to put damage down, but he's just so low with not much damage to come out, and he does fall down to the Jinx.
This
Zabator
could be
just
game though.
putting out loads of damage. Oh, and Deepwater walks back in, will get picked up by Zabator. Seawaves now just has to try and defend on his own. He will be joined by Jin and Leona in just a second.
Meanwhile,
Curtain call.
Yasuo is pushing bot lane.
Some damage going down, but you can see it's just tagging at this point.
Yeah.
And
There's a
Girl
dragon
here,
coming up.
yeah, they can try.
Yeah, they
They
can
can try and
give
come
this
back
one,
against
but
Girl, but
I think they need to give this one because they cannot really, or just maybe for the steal.
It looks like
Maybe
they're
if they
trying to get
kill
onto
Preston.
Preston again. He doesn't have a bounty left, but of course anything that they can pick up right now will be good. Surely Girl just end there. Girl are playing it pretty safe. They're waiting for all of them to be up, to be healthy, ready to
The
go.
power
Troll
glove
Zoe
is really
does
risky.
choose the stopwatch into the route. That is another bounty, so a bit of a misplay there. Accidentally misclicking the stopwatch. If you're a support, we've all done it. Have the stopwatch in the
Yeah.
wrong place compared to the control wards, and it's not what you want to see.
And there's
Not
the Druid
at
Dragon
all.
for
Dragon
gold.
is picked up for the side of Girl. Quicksilver Sash now on the Jinx, going to be incredibly hard to kill. No deaths on Saboteur's Jinx. Oh, Takotem has found Butt Swap. That's so much damage coming out. Flashing forward, gets the kill. Doesn't even need the last caress. Is it the last caress? I think it's the last caress. We can find out. Let's see. What is it called?
Yeah.
It is the last caress.
Yeah,
should
there's
not
another
be
catch.
500. But there's the engage. They almost managed to pick up Takotim. Shmogu's going onto him, trying to put down as much damage as he can, but this Kane just doesn't have the damage to go through. Only sitting on the Prowler's Claw with the Ninja Tabby. Oh, I hadn't noticed. That's a Ninja Tabby Assassin Kane.
Meanwhile, Preston is asking why the Aya should be 500.
No. Flashes over and the auto to pick up the kill. Super Mega Death Rocket picks up one. Girl will just run this down now. We'll end the game after a little while. We're just waiting for them basically to push in these waves. Takotim's found Butt Swap yet again.
And there is probably ending there.
And they'll probably end it there. After was a very shaky game one. Quite close actually in the end. Girl pull out a
And-
dominating performance in game two.
And it's not
the
getting
very
good.
the very early game was a tiny bit shaky, but
Yeah.
not too bad
I think-
overall. It does end in a 1-1. So an overall draw. Here are all of the stats for anyone that would like to see them. We can see Zabator doesn't die. It's 24 minutes 36. True Duck having a not the best game. Seawaves actually managed to not die as well, despite being on the losing team. I'm not sure really what that says, if that's good or bad.
I think he wasn't at a lot of team fights, and
Yeah,
that
but
explains a lot.
all the stats, people can take like screenshots if they want to like get stats for anything. Just leave it for like a second on each one. We'll show the damage graphs for anyone that wants. Saboteur actually sneaking out just ahead there of his jungler. So there we go. We will do the MVPs of the game. Oops, that's the one we want. Slash poll. Wait, oh, prediction. I gotta pay out first. Let me do the prediction. Choose outcome. Girl on that one. Slash poll. We usually do the MVP of the series, but
Yeah, and 1-1 is really
you know
hard
what?
to see.
Yeah, let's do the MVP of the series. Who are the 5 best players that you think throughout the entire series?
I think Saboteur is one of them. Definitely played well. Definitely in this series. Yeah. Preston should also be on the list. He played like both games decent. His Jax game wasn't that bad. I think he should be on the
Yep,
list as well.
I feel like Seawaves did pretty well in that top lane both games, so I think we should have him on the list for complete series MVP. This is series MVP as well.
Who was the MVP on the first game? Probably should be on the list as well.
I think it was Seawaves. Was it Seawaves? Who did we give it to?
Yeah, it was Seaways. It was Seaways on the Wukong.
Yeah, Shmugu didn't do as well in the second game. He did okay in the first game. Buttswap did okay in both games. Maybe we put Buttswap on there. And we need one more player. Who else?
Maybe Taco Tim. I think Taco Tim or Troll Zoe, one of the two. Maybe Troll Zoe that was doing with
Sure.
the Pantheon.
We'll put Troll Zoe on there. There you go. There's your overall series MVP vote. in terms of MVP for this game, I don't know about you. I think I'd probably give it to Zabator. I think he was
Yeah,
just really solid on the Jinx. He was getting
I'm thinking the
traps,
same thing.
getting traps down when he needed them, getting those clutch ultimates, or not even clutch ultimates, just getting the ultimates hits on, which is really nice to see. Um, and yeah,
Yeah.
does either team want an interview? We have some time, so we can do interviews for either teams, should they want them.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see.
Let's hear about it in chat, or just jump into the Discord if you really want to be interviewed. You can jump into the waiting
Ooh.
to be moved chat. Oh, here we go.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
I've decided that I will join for the first interview as captain and representative of Team Girl.
Nice. So,
Nice.
of course, we have Preston here to give us our first interview with Team Girl. So, very shaky first game, very dominant second game. Why don't you walk us through it? What were some of the thoughts? What's the thought behind the Ardent sensor on Jax? You know, like.
You know, I've watched a lot of LS, and he was trash talking Nomicon, so I thought I'd just throw out my own innovative idea on Jax. I thought, you know, why not put up the Ardent sensor on his E, because it gives 10% shield power. I don't even know if it gives a shield anymore. But, you know.
It doesn't, but yeah.
Well, we gave it a go.
There we go. You did have Font of Life, so you did actually have a way to proc it. Whenever you stunned someone, if one of your allies auto-attacked them, it would proc your Ardent Sensor. So
See, that was probably the subconscious thought that we went through there. A lot
Yeah.
of girls' drafts tend to be, what do you want? And then all of a sudden everybody just turns into gods and they pick everything they want.
Yep. Yeah, obviously a lot stronger at showing it in the second game. With the was the Shyvana Yasuo special something you'd been practicing? Because of course Shyvana can get the knock up, and we did see at one point.
No. I think me, Zab, and Zoe haven't played League properly for 2 weeks or so.
There we go. A little bit out of practice.
We wanted to pick Yone, so they actually predicted the Yone pick, which is good from them, because it's something I play quite a lot into Galio, so we were used to that, and then they banned it out, so that kind of surprised us that they did that after they didn't ban some of the other things like Shyvana or anything like that, and Arvid was a bit upset that they kept banning his Karthus, because we thought after game 1 they would get thrown off by the MF jungle and not ban it anymore, but they did.
No, it did ban it in the end.
I'm
Yeah,
still got a
I'm not really
question.
sure where else it was, because I feel like the second game was quite a lot of a stomp, and the first game was, I mean, it was just memes. And well, what else can we ask unless we ask you, like,
Yeah.
to explain
ask- we
builds
can-
and stuff?
No, I mean, the reason we're doing it is because a lot of our team wanted to quit because we didn't want to play in a very serious league.
Yeah.
So the reason we're playing like that, it's not to disrespect anybody, it's just for our own amusement. So that's why we're doing it in game 1 for all of our series this season, and that's it. We don't mind losing or winning, so that's how it is.
There we go, all for fun. I guess maybe as a last point, thoughts on the enemy team. League of Pogmore are the lowest rated in terms of ranks in the league, but definitely put up a fight in game 1 and tried to put up a fight in game 2, maybe not as successfully.
Yeah, I think Sea Waves is good. I mean, he played really well, and he just got unlucky in the second game that he wasn't in the correct positions a lot of the time when we decided to turn to fight. So in the first game, it was literally you could just 1v5 us if you wanted to. So I think that's what the other team should do. They should just start banning him out completely and putting him on some uncomfortable picks, and they should be fine.
Yep.
I still got a question for Preston. Preston, how does it feel to play with TP? Because normally you also have Ignite and Flash. This was totally different.
Well, when we rolled Ultimate Bravery, we said that if I didn't get Ignite, I was going to pick it, because I said I can't ruin my 100% Ignite streak, so I did originally have a Teleport Cleanse. And yeah, it felt very weird forgetting I didn't have flash, and then teleporting into ridiculous positions that I had no idea what I was doing with. So
That
yeah,
is
not
one
great.
thing we were wondering is what kind of rules you guys were using. So do you always get to take smite jungle and a support item,
We-
or are you leaving
We
that up
always
to
get to
chance?
take smite jungle, and if any other laner gets a smite, we're allowed to choose it, change it for any summoner they want, and that's the only thing we've changed.
And support items? Because I noticed Trozo did
Uh,
have a support item, and I was wondering
I
if that was
think
lucky
it
chance or...
didn't. The website we were using, it didn't give us starting items, so we just allowed us to pick. We allowed each other to pick whatever we wanted as a starting, and then we tried to sell it as we went on.
Okay, yep, so not hampering yourselves too much in that early game.
Yeah,
When
I
it
mean,
could
we
really screw
wanted
you
to
over.
make it a game. Yeah, we wanted to
Yeah.
make it at least a game in the early, so we're gonna try and modify it a little bit just so that people don't want to end themselves immediately in the game. So
Yep, it's fair enough, fair enough. Well, anything else you really want to say to stream before we let you go?
no, just good casting. Thank you, good job.
No worries, no worries.
And
Thank you.
can't wait for Ioria to come back so we can get
Yes.
the memes in. I don't know when she's coming back, but-
Hopefully by that time everyone will have enough points for some IAs. And I set it nice and high, so
Yeah, so there can't be too much spam.
there can't be too
Fair
much
enough.
spam unless everyone's been saving.
Yeah,
I
that's
am. I'm not
There we
using
go.
any of my points. I'm not. I refuse to use it until I can hear the sweet ayaya in the chat.
There we go. Thanks, Preston, for coming and doing the interview. Thanks for playing today, giving us some fun games. And I guess we'll just see now if there's anyone else that wants to come for an interview. I don't know if you know if there's anything from your team. Anyone else from your team that wants to?
God knows. I don't think so. I mean, unless O'Neill wants to come in and say something, but I think that's it from us, and I'll probably choose somebody else to do it if anybody wants to next match. If
Cool.
we do it.
We can get like parts of the team at every time. We can hear from each of them
Yeah.
over this season. That works out pretty perfectly. All right. Thank you, Preston.
Alright.
I will catch you
Cheers.
later.
Thanks. Bye.
And would anyone from League of Pogmore like an interview, or obviously not compulsory in any way, but we'll wait a little bit, wait a minute or two just to see if they do want to have an interview. If not, of course, that is entirely fine.
Meanwhile, at the same time, we can just look to the next matches coming up, like the match of tomorrow, I think.
Yes, so we do have a match going on tomorrow. Sanders, run us through what match is going on tomorrow.
Let me take a look for a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, the day prediction.
Under stream schedule, we can see what's going on tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tomorrow we have the Fighting Cocks versus Quad Nation Intellect, and we also should, hopefully, depending on timings, have Paper Squad versus Team Cataclysm. So there are two current top teams from River facing off. This could decide the overall season, yet to be seen if that will make the full difference. And we also have Paper Squad versus Team Cataclysm, two teams in Lagoon. Cataclysm, of course, tying their first game, Paper Squad unfortunately losing out to Archeon Academy Flash, making some blunders when they could have probably taken one or potentially both of those games. So it will be interesting to see how that one goes. Maybe Paper Squad will be able to end out their game this time and actually pick up one of those wins.
It's definitely gonna.
Yes.
Definitely gonna like the first match. Definitely gonna a banger. I think Fighting Cocks versus Quad Nation Intellect. I think it's really a game you want to watch there. Could be like the first place. Indeed.
Yes, I'm not drafting for them because I'm streaming it, so this might be interesting. But yep, following up on the Saturday, we have a slew of games. We have Bitches versus League of Pogmore. That should be an interesting one to watch. Both of them, well, League of Pogmore did get a tie today, but Bitches did unfortunately lose both their first games. Be interested to see how both of them have progressed since their last games and which one will manage to take the wins there. We also have Silver Phoenix versus Departure Esports T2. Yet another interesting game to come up. I believe both of them tied their previous games, so definitely wanting to look for that first overall series win. And then we also have Departure Esports T1 versus Team Hyper Int. So, yeah, another one from the top league. I don't think we've seen Hyper Int play yet. We've seen Departure Esports T1 unfortunately had to get some sub junglers, so weren't at what could be considered their full strength. But hopefully they've had their jungle situation sorted out and we'll be able to see a full strength Departure Esports coming in for that game. On Sunday, it'll only be one game because we do have two games happening around the same time. It'll either be Quad Nation Infamous versus SC Prisma or the ARAM mains versus Arcane Academy Flash. Not decided yet which one's going to happen. To get streamed, it'll depend on the timings of when we're there and whether there's any casters that specifically want to do one game over the other. And then hopefully on Monday we will vodcast as many of the ones that are gone that we didn't catch as possible.
Yeah,
TLH.
Monday we have.
TLH,
TLH.
Did I miss a game
Yeah.
somewhere?
Yeah, we TLH is playing Sunday. Like they're playing Sunday, but it will be fought as Monday.
Yeah.
It's against Top Girl. It's like mostly maybe the most trolling game because
I
you
think
know
that
TLH.
was. Yeah, I think that was going on too many at the same time. We were
Yeah.
seeing.
It was like Sunday same time as like the other matches, I think.
Yeah, and I think you
So-
guys moved your match, and that's why I think one of
Yeah.
the other two moved their match as well. But maybe if someone really wants to do Top Girl versus TLH, we can put that one in, and we'll just swap them around to see who wants to do which one. Renska in chat wants us to do QNI in the river. We will do QNI in the river. That's tomorrow at 7. QNI versus the Fighting Cocks. So you get to see how the Fighting Cocks play before you have to play them yourself later on.
It's a real question.
Real
Is
question.
Top Girl getting the Yumi mid into TLH? Are they picking the Yumi AD?
Well, I mean, there's what, a 1 and 140 odd chance that they roll Yumi mid on Ultimate Bravery, so oof, you know,
But-
it's not impossible. It's unlikely, but it's not impossible.
It's not that. You can also have it on TLH side. You never know what's going on.
Yep.
Because-
So I mean, we have you here from TLH. How are you feeling about your game? How are you feeling about the competition in River right now?
I think our team is like not that team that like not a real team because we are like having some issues on team problems, I think, but I think we have still good players that can play around it. Maybe we can make some plays. And yeah, we don't know what Girl is going to do, and that is like the part because you already saw an MF jungle there. Didn't expect that to see. And yeah, it kind of worked out for them. But yeah, it was not enough.
Yeah, so sad to hear that there are some internal issues right now in TLH, but hopefully they manage to turn those back around and get themselves together, and we'll see some good games in the future. Yep. So I will catch, I guess, everyone tomorrow. Thank you everyone for coming to watch. We will have more games for you, more Coral League, more fun. Thanks Sanders for coming and casting.
Yeah, no problem.
And brief thanks out to both Peter and Atomica who jumped in at different points. And we will catch you all next time.